Thanks very much, Liam, and thank you to all of you for taking part in the process. Many of you I recognise were at the first conference that we had, or meeting that we had. Can I also particularly acknowledge those who've been leading the activities of this review so far, that is Tim Moore and Ron Dyer. Thank you so much for so many meetings around the state and for allowing the community broadly, including the business community, and the local government community, to come forward and actually share their views and their concerns about the planning system in New South Wales. Can I also acknowledge Sam Hazzard and his staff who are here today. It is interesting that in the first 10 months, while we have been bringing about this review and trying to move forward in a very tight time frame to get new legislation in place, there have been a lot of other changes occurring, and governments can make changes more easily when you have the department that you're working with so keen to be involved. And certainly the Department of Planning has welcomed, I believe, the new initiatives being implemented by the new government, and is working with us to try and change perhaps the approaches that were the norm in the past. Look, can I thank each of you particularly. We are now at the stage where we're moving into the green paper part of this review. We've had the period where Tim Moore and Ron Dyer went out and listened, but now this is the part of the phase where, if you like, the rubber's going to start well and truly hitting the road. It'll start formulating the direction of legislation. Can I say, in this period, my view remains as the Minister, and I'm totally, though, in your hands. You're the experts, you're the specialists, you're the people who work in the area. My view still remains, at this point, having heard and read the comments from so many, and I attended a number of the meetings that occurred across the state, that my view remains that we really do need to get legislation that is quite groundbreaking. We need legislation that doesn't necessarily accord with the experiences in other states, but certainly we can take the best from other states in Australia, but we need to look overseas. We are doing that. We need to have a framework that removes the site-specific wars that occur through the community at the moment, because the community feel they've been disempowered. We need to give them the opportunity, in my view. As I said, it's subject to how this review moves forward, but in my view, where I would certainly feel at the moment we should be heading is to have legislation that is simple, as simple as possible. Planning is complex, but as simple as possible. We need it to be in an e-framework so that the information is readily available, and we need to get to a point where the community is involved, absolutely, in the upfront consultations, a bit like what's going on at the moment with the strategic regional land use plans that we're developing in two sections of the state that are highly controversial. It's working, and at the end of it, where I feel that I'd like to see an outcome is hopefully that the community can feel confidence that there has been the consultation about where we would expect the usage of the land to lie, but having had that consultation, the community, mums and dads, and the business community can have certainty about when they have a parcel of land, if it's zoned in a particular way and it's operating within an envelope, then we should be able to get very fast approvals, if indeed the approvals are necessary, because it may well be that the exempt and complying expansion may also be part and parcel of that process. But look, as I said, I'm not the expert, and I'm in your hands, and there may be other and better ways to do it, and we're looking to take advice from you. Today is part and parcel of that, and I thank you for being prepared to come and give your time, hopefully for the good of the state.